What's up, man? It's your boy B'more, Mr. Go Getter. You're watching RepVI.com. Go get 'em. Growing up in the Virgin Islands is probably one of the hardest things to do as an artist. In terms of growing up in the Virgin Islands as, just a child, it's pretty good. It's awesome. You talk to all of Virgin Islands, you got the beaches, you got the trees, you got everything else. But growing up as an artist it's kind of hard because the opportunities as a dreamer and as a visionary is kind of it's kind of hard because the opportunities are a minimum. But the thing is, what you have to do as an artist, you have to see it for yourself. I always get this from my mentor. You write it down and make it plain. See the vision and make it plain. As you see, and probably you see on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, you always see me talking about, go get 'em and go getters. But the thing is with that, a go-getter is anyone who envisions a dream, sees it, and goes after it for themselves. They don't wait on anyone to sit back and say, well, you have to do this, you have to get this and that person to see your dreams for yourself, for themselves, but you do it for yourself. So whenever you hear me saying go get 'em, it's something I'm depositing into young artists and young people, not only in music, and not only as an artist or musician, but as people on a whole, whether it's your business or anything on a whole. So but growing up in the Virgin Islands is fun, but it's hard because people don't capture what you capture and people don't see what you see. And for the people that are passionate about it, you just keep striving, have a plan, write it down, do the necessary stuff in being an artist. Don't just do what you see on TV. Lay a foundation first. You have your website. Get a team. Get a team, someone who builds a website, photography, good production, and you guys work together. You can't do it by yourself. I'll tell you that much. You can't do it by yourself. You do it by yourself, you can get lost. So so write down your goals, write down your plans, and go about it step by step. Take it one step at a time. No, with me, B'more, MBJ, Mckenzie, Matic, that's all the names I had growing up as an artist. But me, I had my own personal struggles because, as you know, I started out singing as a gospel singer. I started out as that. So eventually the criticism came, you shouldn't be singing this, you shouldn't be singing that. And people were making a lot of choices for me. But let me tell you, you make your own choices for yourself. It's good to listen to people because, criticism is good sometimes because you learn different aspects from people and what they think. But you never let that, don't ever let anyone put you in a box. You're gifted and your gift will make room for you. So you do whatever you please, but just, make sure you do it right, do it the right way. Take the necessary steps. With me, with the necessary steps I took, I went out and, as you know, I worked with Lincoln Ward for a while, for the past 8 years. He was my producer and mixer and engineer. So we worked closely together and we formed a team. And then that's how Starstruck Music Group came about. And then I worked with Violanda Films, which they produced a lot of videos for everyone. And then, I was working with different, bloggers and interviewers like RepVI.com. And I was dealing with JTV, and then I was hitting the media hard, just trying to network. Network is a big thing in the industry if you wanna really stand out and just build relationships. And one thing I learned from people is that, from good people and good sources, is that it's not what you know really, it's who you know. So you can really reach far with that. So I built that team. We built that team, I should say, and I got a manager, someone who can handle, because sometimes we think if we have the vision, we have the dream, if we don't do it the right way, it doesn't feel like we're gonna progress. But sometimes, someone else's, idea will be good. So I got a manager, and the manager was handling a lot of business side of the stuff for me, and then it made it easier for me to write and produce. And then I networked with people, because I went to the States and I networked with some of my producers in the States, and then they just ran with the vision, and started to build. And then as you build, sooner or later they knew someone who knew someone that knew someone, and then it just came big. So I took those steps, and then with the criticism, what I did, really and truly, you have to learn to ignore. You have to have as you would say down here in the Virgin Islands, you gotta have a broad back. You know what I mean? You gotta let some stuff that slide off your back and keep pushing. You got haters. It's cool. You get frustrated at times. I had a lot of crying nights. I had a lot of giving up days. Just didn't want to do it. Just do something else. Because truth be told, I do a lot of stuff. I used to play basketball. I used to play baseball. But the passion was always there for the music. So what I did is just I got the one thing that I loved the most. I stuck to it. Didn't let anyone detour me from where I needed to go. And of course, like what I said earlier, I wrote it down, made the vision clear and plain, and a lot of prayers too, because you can't do that thing without prayers. Trust me, you get too frustrated and you go crazy. But I did that, and then I had a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of patience in this industry or whatever you do. So, with the patience, and then I had a lot of guidance. I have a lot of mentors. So they guided me, and then I just watched it blossom, and it's taking me thus far. So the struggles are there. I probably can't tell you all of the struggles and get too personal. Well, I've had a lot of setbacks and a lot of struggles in my career, but the thing with a lot of tests too. But the thing is, like we say that if you don't have a test, you're not gonna have a testimony. So, it's hard to fathom those kind of stuff and to swallow it and to stomach stuff, what happened. But everything is a stepping stone, and everything is a driving force. You have to always think like that. You always have to push out that positive, get the positive out of the negative all the time. So a lot of obstacles, a lot of struggles, but you keep going. The thing about life is life goes on, and you just have to keep pushing and stay hungry for everything you do. I always have to have a passion about what you do, because if you don't stay hungry, you have to understand that someone out there is working harder than you. So those have been my driving force. So I'm still here at it, man. I'm not gonna stop, really. Well, the thing is with the industry now, in doing homework, so to speak, and research, and just studying the music, you have to learn to study the music. Is that the sound that the Virgin Islands have, I should say, is very unique. Shout outs to the guys who started that sound. Rock City, Planet 6. Shout outs to those guys. But they created that sound, and they created a lane for themselves. But the thing is with us, it can make it mainstream, because you have to look at it as an international thing. Like, I was talking to my manager the other day, and he just made a reference to me. He asked me, he said, "Do you like American football or you like soccer?" So, of course I answered, because I like football. And I say, "Yeah, American football all the way, sure." Hey, he was like, "Nah, we kicking, we playing soccer." And the reference he made is because internationally, the sound is more of from a wider aspect. They like the phrasing and the melodies, the oohs and the ahs. If you look back at a lot of reggae songs, a lot of people are taking the phrases from the reggae songs and putting into pop music now. So I think that you know, Rock City and the Virgin Islands, you know, they can make it mainstream, but you always have to be yourself though. You have to keep it to yourself, because if you don't keep it to yourself, they gonna know that, you know, you biting off of somebody. And really and truly, you know, you don't always want to be yourself, because trust me, in the industry, they could tell a fake from a mile away. So you always have to keep it and make sure it comes from here, like make sure it comes from the soul, and just be you. But to answer your question, I really think that we can make it mainstream with the song, but you have to understand that, you know, you always have to keep it, you know, at a certain level where they can understand your, you know, your accent. No, I have an album that's out. I released it on May 14th, 2013, and it was very special to me. The reason why it was very special to me was because a lot of people weren't really bringing out the good stuff, so to speak. Everyone was, you know, from the Virgin Islands, and everyone from here was really on the rap stuff, and I wanted to think globally, and I wanted to, you know, put myself really out there, because I've been doing the, you know, the R&B pop stuff for a while. I've had projects with, you know, it was a Forever Music project, and then it had Conversations Volume 1, where, you know, DJ Bertram hosted it. So, you know, I did a lot of projects, but this one was very close to me. Reason being is that it was inside out. It was me, all the happenings from before in the past, me bringing out everything right now. So, you know, the album is called Inside Out. A lot of producers from LA to New York to, you know, Atlanta was on the project, and writers from St. Thomas. Shout outs to the Seventh Wing. But you know, it is a great album. It's about 11 songs. Shout outs to Via Landa for shooting the first video. What up? Love Again, which the video did peak at #2 on the Cross Caribbean countdown. So that was a good thing for me. I was at a good space in my life where the music is concerned, and I just had a good team behind me. The media, I mean, everything was everywhere, and I'm hearing and I'm getting messages and getting calls from that album. You know, but because a lot of people weren't doing the R&B thing, and I think as time go by, I'll progress and I'll evolve even more. You know, probably switch it up a bit. You know, but you know, the album is great. You guys should get it. It's on iTunes now, right now. It's only for $10. You guys should just go on. It's one click. It's on your phone. So the album is great. You know, shout out to everyone who's pushing the album, and all the media was pushing the album. Everyone was behind of me. And I'll say this joke, and shout outs to my boys up in the ODBMG. I always say this joke. I said this joke on the radio the other day. They said I went platinum in Tola. But with that said, it's because everyone is really, you know, behind of me hard, pushing the music. You see me with my backpack, and you see me doing a lot of stuff. You know, it's because I hustle for this. I want this. This is what I really want. This is what my purpose in life. This is not a hobby for me. I'm just doing this just to look good. You know, you see me looking flashy all the time. Please, you know, anybody got time for that? But I go hard for this. So I was selling my CDs out of my trunk. I was, you know, in people's business offices selling my CDs. You know, just hustling. I wasn't hustling just to get your money. I was hustling to get money for videos. I was hustling to work on my website. I was hustling to gather money so I can take it abroad to the States and you know, do shows and pay for this and pay for that. So it's a hustle, it's a grind, it's an everyday thing, you know. And I was still working a 9 to 5, and I was still going to college. So you know how much time that took. But you know, I'm here, man. I'm a go-getter. That's the thing about it. I'm a go-getter. So, you know, you guys go cop that album, Inside Out. The concept behind Love Again, which was the first single of the Inside Out album, it took everybody by storm. It just, you know, blew it away, because, you know, it's R&B, and the voice was fresh because I hadn't brought out a single in a while. I was just, just putting out music, but it's a difference when you put out a single. You really push it and you really promote it, and I did it, and man, it just blew up. It just blew up across the Caribbean waves and everywhere. So what the concept was behind the song, was, it was like the 80-20 rule. You have a good girl, you have a good wife. Some of you dudes, you do cheat on your wife. See how you? I'm just playing. But the 80-20 rule, you have a great wife or your great girlfriend at home, but you go out and you want to get, try to look for better, and then better becomes worse. Doesn't make any sense. So when you're with the better one, the good one is there, and the good one is above average. She isn't mediocre, and the better one is actually the mediocre one, because you don't really know her. You just went out, and just trying to fill a void. But the thing is with that is that you always have to run back to where your heart is. We always say, home is where the heart is, So you guys have to understand the concept of, staying true and staying loyal to who you are, first of all. Like the first verse of the song, it says, you say you want to find the one, but you can't find yourself. And we always look for love, but we don't look for love within ourselves first. So that's what I was really saying with the song. And then the concept behind the video kind of brings that out. If you see in the video, we wanted to make the concept drama, so to speak, a soap opera kind of way. And if you see that, I started out with the girl, and then I got a new girl, and the girl saw the picture and she stabbed the knife in the picture. And then after the main girl got a boyfriend, and then when she got her boyfriend, I got kind of jealous because I missed her. But shout outs to Bria, shout outs to Cassandra, Miss World, BVI 2013. Shout outs to my boy Seth. Shout outs to the whole Violando crew, Khalid and Phil, and the whole crew, everyone who was there and chipped in with the concept. The makeup artist, Akima, and everyone was just doing a good job and just pushing. So, and yes, I did get my butt kicked by Mr. Seth Graham. In the end of the video, you see all the blood and all the, the punches he gave me. But it was a dope video shoot. It made Tempo, and it made some other channels, stations in the United States. So it's a good thing. People love the video. You can check it out on YouTube, and it's on my site as well, www.bmoresmusic.com. So you guys check it out. A lot of people ask me, is there any truth to the video Love Again? No, mind your business. One of the things I really wanted to talk to you guys about is that education and knowledge in general. I will say this, and it might be a little controversy when I say this, but it's okay. But if you think on education don't really have to be from school. It can always, get it from someone else, or just educate yourself, expand your vocabulary, broaden your mind, broaden your eyes, broaden to the things that you really see, and hear. You look up who started rap, who started R&B, who started the thing that you love. That's what I mean by educating yourself. Building a vocabulary, building knowledge. Knowledge is really key. Me personally, I went to Full Sail University. I started out at HLSCC, and not that I didn't like HLSCC, but I didn't find anything there that I really wanted to do. I got my basic stuff done, but when it comes to the music, they had the program that I really wanted to do. But HLSCC is a great school to go to. Shout out to everybody down there. Hi, Miss Hodge. But I had to put a little plug there. But I went to Full Sail University where it's an industry-based school. It has a film, music business, entertainment business, recording arts, and a lot of people from here went there. I went there with, I started out with Chabi, who is up there doing his thing, producing for a lot of artists up in Orlando right now. Michael Kavanagh, you may know him, Dante Hodge, Ozzy, who is from Virgin Gorda, and now Randy is going there, Randy who played the keys. And a lot of people are there from the Virgin Islands too. So, I graduated about a couple weeks ago on September 6th. So, I had to gain my knowledge, and I wanted to be an artist manager. I wanted to, develop young talent around in the Virgin Islands, because a lot of people are talented here, but they don't have a strong foundation and a structure for what they do. So, seeing that, I had to take the necessary steps. Remember what we spoke about earlier. So I took the necessary steps and I did that. So I got my degree, my bachelor's degree, and now, I'm free to do anything I want to do. You work hard, play harder. That's what it's about. You work hard, you play hard. So you guys get your education, get your education. But do that, and you feel better about yourself. The conversations with people will be better, the networking will be better. Not to brag or boast, but you'll be amongst people, great people, because you then can have a lot of wide variety of stuff to talk about. Simple stuff like that makes life easier. But take the necessary steps and go get your education. It's important. What's on the horizon for me is a lot of great news that I'm very humble about, because I've seen my hard work pay off, and it's paying off. I wouldn't be here anymore. I'll be moving to Atlanta to further the music. I can't really say a lot of details from this close. A lot of people are asking me, are you signed? Are you getting signed? Really and truly, everyone isn't really budging to get signed anymore. The independent labels are really doing everything right now. So I'm not in a hurry. This is no rush to get signed. Have I had offers? Yes, I've had offers. I had a couple, people come up to me and, meetings and talk about certain stuff. But nah, I'm not signed, but I'll be migrating to Atlanta to further the music and to just, maximize the opportunities that I have. I'll be working with some great people. In a couple of months, you'll be seeing some great stuff from B'more. Trust me. So just stay tuned with me, man. Just hit me up on Twitter, and hit me up on Facebook, and hit me up on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram, straight flexing. Instagram, straight flexing. Hey, I'm just playing. But is the B'more Show? That's the Instagram @B'more's Music, and that's my Twitter. And then B'more's Music, or B'more, is my fan page. You can just like my page, hit me up. I'm always interacting with my fans. That's important. I'm not bougie, as you can see. I'm a real down-to-earth person, so you can do that. A lot of VI artists here are really good. They just need to have patience, and you just need to commit themselves a little more, and careful who they work with. But I think on the rise right now, I say I've done a lot of work with Monet. I've done a lot of work with NJR. I've done a lot of work with Trav. Trav is my little brother. If you didn't know him, that's my little brother. And you'll be seeing a lot of good stuff from me and him in a bit too. Who else? Suspect is good. I like Suspect. Suspect is real nice. He's a kind of underground dude though, but he's nice. He's really nice. Who else? As singers, I like Monique, Cassandra. that's what we call her. I like Kirk. Kirk is my dude, man. Kirk is my dude. That's my boy. Who else would I like to work with? There's a lot of more artists that I like to work with. Bumpy is a good. He's like, I call him like the Webby, or the what's his name, who's in jail, Little Boozy of the Virgin Islands, because his mentality to work hard and his hustling mentality is really good. You know, I like to see him take it to another level, which I know he would probably do. Of course, man, working my boy Ayaz is another one, and you know I've done work with my boy the Jedi, you know, who I think is a great lyricist of the Virgin Islands. He really started out, me and him really started out everything. So, but shout outs to him, man. All the artists, man, like like seriously, the Virgin Islands go hard. Like people in the States really go hard for the Virgin Islands. So you should go hard for your own artists as well. I'm gonna say it again. You should go hard for your artists down here, because down here, trust me, people are biting to be like us down here. So you guys should, you know, recognize that and go hard with it. Another two artists that I think is on a come up are Epic and Neeks, that you guys should be on to their music. They are dope songwriters, like really dope songwriters. And then of course, you know, you got the biggest, I call him the biggest star down here, because he has mastered the way how to market himself and brand himself. And you know I'm talking about Mr. Sauce, man. Mola. That's the dude right there. And of course, Kissinger. I started out with these man playing, I mean, you know, recording down there in the basement in Free Bottom and Acid Pro. If anybody know what Acid Pro is, a recording a software. You know, you got Pro Tools, you got Acid Pro. That's one of the old stuff. And shout outs to them, man. Them man will really go hard. And I know Kissinger is up in the States right now. He up in Atlanta too. So they might have mastered the thing where branding and marketing is concerned for the Virgin Islands. So another people I like to work with too is of course Planet 6. You know the great songwriters right now. So I like to work with them, of course. Verse Simmons I like to work with as well. I've been onto his music for a while. But a lot of other people. Payback is killing it right now. Payback is really killing it. I think he's on tour right now. And then we got another dope R&B artist from Virgin Islands, Angel. He has a dope voice. BV, you know, I know Drastic too. A lot of people, man. It's my boys, and man, like I really would like to get in one room together and work with them, man. Listen. I have this second single that's out right now, right? And everyone is right now bumping that Rain Check. Shout out to the 7th Wing over there in St. Thomas, Barry and Culture for writing that tune there. It's a bad tune. It's just about, you know, serving your girl, you know, catering to your girl, taking care of her, you know, taking that break through the day and coming home and checking up on that Rain Check. And you know what a Rain Check could do you. You really can't say it on repvi.com because, you know, some 5-year-olds and 8-year-olds may be watching. But you can keep it PG-13. But trust me, check it out. It's on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/B'more's Music. You know, get those plays up and request it on the radio. Everyone, you know, call in on the set for DJ Dre, call in the set for DJ Commodore. He plays it on the night. Listen, Rain Check is so bad. Commodore played it on his Electric Zone, and that's pop music. Play my R&B track. Listen to me. That's how bad the tune is, and you could bump it. You know what I mean? It's like I call it a reincarnation of Bed. You know, Jay Holiday. Bed. Yeah, that. And it will have that kind of effect on you. So, guys, wrap it up. Okay, listen. Let me tell you something about collaboration. A lot of people I hear around the Virgin Islands like, nah, the man, you know, I don't want to really collaborate with this man because he this and he that. You know what I mean? But it's a bad thing with collaborating and watching who you collaborate with too. And it's a good thing. I'm gonna be real, you know, because some people just ain't that good enough, and it might just make just the track sound a little bit off. I don't want to say, you know, dumb, but some music here just dumb. Like, it makes no sense. I'm gonna be real, you know. But you know, just make sure you get the right people in the right collaborations and the right productions on there, because you gain more fans by that. If not their fans, it's your fans, and then you know it combines it, and it is also great for live shows when you have to perform music fest or in the Caribbean or in the America, you know, or even festival. It's a good thing, and because the energy that you have between both people is great. Is a good feeling. Like when I did that track with the Jedi, I was in the States then, and he said, you know, Blood, because that is my cousin. He said, Blood, I got something for you. I was like, yeah, sure. And when I came down, we were in our homegrown studios. Shout out to Jugu. And when we heard that, I was like, yo, got a body like Alicia Keys. Yo, but that's that joint though. I still bump that up to this day. But you know, when the energy is there, it's so crazy, it's so amazing, you know, and you just bump into it. It's just good to collaborate, man. But just careful who you collaborate with, though. Listen to me. Let me tell you something, and I get a little serious with that, because I think that people down here think you can still jump on a computer mic and give it to a DJ or give it to a you know, anybody who's on the radio, and you know, try to say, oh, I got a song on the radio. First of all, I'm gonna give you Kevin Hart. First of all, but you have to first copyright your stuff before you even put it on the radio if you want money for your music. Or if not even money, just the branding. You have to secure yourself if you want to, you know, get out there. You know, so you copyright your stuff. Make sure your stuff is, you know, less than 3 minutes and 30 seconds or 3 minutes and 20 seconds, the most, because you want everyone to hear your music. So keep it at that, and make sure your quality. Go to someone professional. I know everyone, you know, is stressed for money and stuff, but you know, if you really want it, you find means and ways to save your money. You know, keep off the J's for a while, keep off the, you know, the Timberland boots, keep off the gold chain for a while and stuff like that. You know, save your money, invest your money in the things that you love and you need to do. Like I said earlier, the necessities. You need to focus on the necessities. And if it's studio time, hey, save $100, $200. That's about 3 songs there. You know, it's pay for the time, you know what I'm saying? So the importance of quality is at a high level. You need to keep it at a high level, because you don't want to think local, you want to think international. Okay, the last thing I want to touch base on is VI artists on a whole. You really can't expect to, you know, have handouts. You can't expect to always ask everybody for help and just asking all the time. If you ask all the time, you know, I mean, you can ask, it's cool, but what you have to understand, you have to plan and go get yourself. Invest in yourself. There's no better investment than investing in yourself. You know, there's a lot of people out there that's willing to help, but really and truly, they want to see you helping yourself first. And once you help yourself, everything else can come. Trust me. Hard work, commitment, and dedication don't go in vain. I'm telling you, I live in witness of that. Don't go in vain. So, you know what I mean? Don't expect handouts, man. Don't expect everybody to be like, hey, take this $100, hey, take this $500. You know what I mean? Sometimes it means, you know, just doing some stuff for some people and not expecting anything in return. But then the next time around, you can expect something. So you have to look at it that kind of way. You know, life is funny. You have to be smart, be wise. You know what I mean? Racing for the swift. I want to enjoy it to the end. So you just hold on and be patient. Everything will be safe. Yo, this is your boy B'more, and I rep the VI.
We rep till we die, no. Only VI, only